I'm Hope Witkowsky. Today's seniors are living longer than any other time in history. It could be because we have great health care and we're taking our activities outside the doors of our house. As a matter of fact, many seniors say that they feel 15 years younger than they actually are. But do they look as young as they feel? Let's hear from some of the experts. Meet Faith. She is legally blind, but you would never know it by looking at her very busy schedule. At age 69, she can run circles around someone half her age. She is a woman who volunteers for a living and has a real passion for it.
My passions are multi-intertwined, I think. My passion was to be a physical therapist, which I was for many, many years. And the kind of interaction that I had with my patients kind of led me to, when I retired in 1998, to be able to take that one step further, to work with a chaplains group, to go back into the hospitals. A passion is to make sure that the seniors who are not well are thought about, cared for, recognized, and not a number on a chart.
And despite her physical hurdle, she still manages to get around town and do good deeds for other seniors.
Being legally blind is kind of a strange term. You're really not blind, but in the terms of for tax benefits and whatever, it's called legally blind. So it doesn't say how much you see. I see about maybe 20% what other people see 100%. And so looking at things and getting new glasses or getting clothing or even putting makeup on, people look at me like, how do you do that? The ones that know that I don't see very well. So it would be nice to go out and get something new that somebody can help me with, which that would feel good. I'm visually impaired, so I never had the opportunity to get in the car and the driver's side, although I have strong feelings that I want to be Al Pacino in Scent of a Woman and drive down Fifth Avenue, by myself. But that's not going to happen, but I still have visions of it. So I do walk a lot, and that's kind of hard as a senior. I found it's not so easy to walk on, problem streets and cracked sidewalks.
Faith is a perfect example of what keeps seniors healthy and living longer, being involved in the community outside the doors of her home.
Well, besides the chaplain's work, and I teach Shabbat classes every Friday morning at the Pacific Inn for 10 years, I belong to multi-organizations, which I think helps seniors stay active in the community. Temple Menorah for 30 years and their sisterhood, and a writing group because I do nonfiction writing, especially about my husband's life in China. I've done that for 18 years and been published, and that is a passion that has never worn off, and it keeps our family life alive as what it was in the past. And I cook. My passion is cooking. I was even told how the strudel dough was made over the back of a chair to let it thin out, and how you put.
And despite her limited vision, Faith manages to work her way around the kitchen well enough to bake hundreds of her famous cookies for local charities. And seeing how well they were received, Faith was encouraged by friends to start up her own business, to branch out and sell them for profit, which has helped supplement her fixed income.
When you become a single person in a family structure, I have 2 children, although they weren't children at the time, I was put into a financial situation that was a little bit different too, because young people don't think about insurance and whatever. So I ended up being on a fixed income. And being that I wore a uniform for most of my lifetime, I also didn't have an array of clothing that, was out there. This is me during the day. So, and I don't shop part of the reason is I don't want to get there and come back, but I don't, shopping is kind of difficult if you don't see very well either.
And with limited income, Faith says her vanity has taken a back seat. She makes do with the clothes she has and hasn't changed her hairstyle in years. And despite it all, she feels young at heart, regardless of how she looks.
My age is 69 and a half, but I don't say that I'm a senior. In fact, I like, kind of like, that's not me, but it really is. So I feel younger than my chronological age.
Still ahead on Senior Scene, we're giving Faith a little faith in herself with a new makeover, and we'll introduce you to another local senior who we're helping to look as young as he feels.
A child's drawing, an American flag, combat boots, flowers. Thousands of mementos like these are left at the Vietnam Memorial Wall every year. Silent messages that say, you are not forgotten. A quarterback, a class clown, a natural leader, someone's son, someone's father, someone's best friend. For those who died in the Vietnam War, the greatest tribute is to see them not just as names on the wall, but as the people they were. The Education Center at the wall will put faces to the names. It will preserve photos, letters, and mementos of veterans, so their stories and sacrifice will never be forgotten. Call or click now. Help us build it.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning into today's episode, it's all about helping seniors look as young as they feel. We've already met Faith Goldman, who we'll see again later in the show. But now we want to introduce you to another lifelong Torrance volunteer, Mark Reichert.
In 11 days, I'll be 78. I feel like I'm in my early 60s. I keep active.
Mark is a lifelong Torrance volunteer, giving most of his time to various humanitarian efforts and organizations. And when he's not busy with all of his volunteer work, he's busy with some of his hobbies like refinishing furniture, creating stained glass art, and framing pictures.
One of the things I started doing, it was really for my own benefit, was refinishing antique furniture. And a number of chairs in this room, you probably would see a lot of chairs around here that I've refinished, and I started in recaning because a number of them, when I got them, the cane was broken, and so I learned that one on my own, how to do caning.
Mark's wife, Sandra, says he spends so much time on others, he rarely puts in the time for himself, making him a great candidate for our senior makeover. Still ahead on Senior Scene, we're taking both of our seniors, Faith and Mark, to a local department store for a shopping spree and giving them a whole new makeover. You won't want to miss the big reveal, so stick around.
I worry about my boyfriend. One minute he's supportive, the next minute everything is my fault. After he's had too many beers, he gets really angry and I become the target. My best friend, a social worker, told me to try Al-Anon family groups. It was a great relief to hear a new perspective for my problems. Are you troubled by someone's drinking? You might be surprised at what you can learn in an Al-Anon family group meeting from people just like you. Call 1-888-4-AL-ANON or visit alanonfamilygroups.org.
What if you could ignite your child's love of learning with one after-school program? What if that one program was easy and fun? Destination Imagination is the one. Destination Imagination has taught teamwork, creativity, and problem solving for more than 25 years.
If you're just tuning in on today's episode of Senior Scene, we're helping local seniors in need of a makeover. Our first stop is to Kohls department store in Torrance to pick out some new outfits for our selfless seniors, Faith and Mark. We're hoping a little retail therapy will give them a boost that they need to help them look as young as they feel.
Kohls is obviously very catered to seniors because of obviously our toppers. So we have our 60 and plus seniors that get 15% off when they come on Wednesdays. So they're guaranteed that 15% off. Also too, which is great, is we have our women's selection, which is a great variety. Not only do we have our extra smalls to large, we have our 1X all the way up to 3X as well. So we have a lot of choices for women and male. So it's a great way to shop for seniors, and also too, you can save a lot of money.
Kohls generously donated a few new outfits for Faith and Mark, and with the affordable prices here, we're sure to find some great deals to match their personalities.
Today it was really great to be able to help the seniors that are in the Torrance community, and Kohls was able to give them each $50 to go ahead and purchase their items today. And that's something Kohls we really take pride in. We want to help out our community and make sure that they're getting what they need to, provide for their daily needs.
And a makeover wouldn't be complete without a trip to the Salon. Infinity Salon in Torrance graciously offered to help our two seniors with a new do and look. Mark and Faith are ready, willing, and anxious to see how these cosmetologists would make them look more hip in today's look. For Faith, her lack of eyesight prevented her from looking the best she could be in terms of applying makeup or even fixing her hair. She opted for a perm just to keep her hair close to her face. Mark, on the other hand, decided to try something that he's never done before and go for an entirely new look.
We serve a lot of seniors, and normally we do like a lot of hair cutting, color, and they like to us to style the hair with rollers, and we do a lot of haircuts too.
After an hour at Kohls, 2 hours at Infinity Salon, our seniors were ready for their big reveal. Here is their before, and now their after. With new hairstyles and enhancing makeup for Faith, along with energetic, upbeat clothes, these seniors say they really do look as young as they feel.
Today we have a wonderful experience, and we're very happy to donate the time and, the experience that we get to do this change to these seniors.
I hope you enjoyed today's show. I want to thank the wonderful vendors that made today's makeover on these two deserving seniors possible. Remember, you can look as young as you feel. Just look at your clothes and look at your hair. I'm Hope Witkowsky, reminding you that knowledge is a powerful tool. Tune in next time to learn more secrets on successful aging.